Welcome to another episode of Fans of Motion. You can see that Andrew is not here. Andrew usually being the eye candy along with Brent. We've had to bring in a backup. So Brent and I welcome back Rockin' Robin Ludidi. Right?
Luddite.
No, Ludidi. I like that better.
We're gonna.
Do you take extra shots when he does it extra wrong?
No, I just figure what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna start a let's teach Josh how to pronounce names podcast.
Listen, I pronounce it's
Nadelman's one podcast, and then
I pronounce them correctly. It's Ludidi. Here's a little Ludidi about see Ludidi. Yeah. So I like that one a little bit better than Ludite.
Here's a little ditty about Josh's pronunciation.
I know how to say it. Just I like Ludidi better. So Rockin' Robin's joining us. We got Brent and myself. We're here with, I don't know, maybe episode 82, maybe something like that. We're creeping up there. We're going to give you all the latest Night Ranger news and what do I call it? Night Ranger news, notes, and minutia. Is that what I've been labeling it? Anyways, you tell me. So let's Rockin' Robin. What are you, Lou Diddy? What have you been up to since the last time you joined us? I see a different background. What's going on there?
So I recently got my own house. So I am in that now. And this is my game room. I have a bunch of TVs behind me with a bunch of old Nintendos and then my computer on the other side.
Where's the Atari?
I have a mini behind me and I plan to have a full actual one over on the shelf in the corner.
Well, you know you will be at the top echelon level when you have the Atari Jaguar.
Ooh.
And God, did you just get turned on with that?
That's just a poll.
Old Brent there going ooh. So
I mean, I couldn't even pull that one out.
Or the Sega Dreamcast.
I have that. I have one of those right now.
But there you go. What is your go-to classic game console?
The console, hands down, the original NES. Just that, depending on my mood, like Donkey Kong, sometimes I just need something nice, easy, quick to beat, and it's nice to be a little bit mindless.
Now, did any of you guys ever play the original Sega? Not the Sega Genesis, but the regular Sega. What was always cool about it was it had a built-in game into the console. So if you didn't have a cartridge, there was a game actually built into the system. Obviously, Sega Genesis was the popular one at the time, but there was an 8-bit before that. But anyways, this is a Night Ranger podcast. Did anybody catch where Night Ranger was over the weekend?
They were in Sweden. Yeah.
Sweden?
I was going to show you my Donkey Kong while you were talking about that, but it's too late now.
Yep.
You can still show me.
Well, do you have a Nintendo? Do you have a Nintendo Switch, yeah?
My boyfriend does.
Well, you can buy the original games for like $7.99 on there, don't you?
Yeah, but it's not the same.
Oh, it's better.
No, you need the
I have a little
cartridge.
mini that has most of the games I need.
It's
that has them pre-built in there.
Yeah, we can't see shit. So let's move on.
Yeah, I'm trying.
We're done. Breaking Night Ranger news is where we're going. So Night Ranger just played Sweden Rock. I think they shared the stage. After them was Within Temptation, which is a group that really hasn't got a lot of traction here in the States. I think I've told the story of how they were really big when I was in Spain in 2003. But
oh yeah, that's the same band?
Yes.
Okay.
Did Ghost just play with them too?
I don't think Ghost was there, but they shared one of the main stages. So it was Night Ranger, then Within Temptation, and then after Within Temptation on the other stage was Guns N' Roses, who got some bad reviews, but Night Ranger, of course, got great reviews. Everything looked like it went good. There was some great photos posted on all the socials. A little side note to that: did anybody see any of the video or the reviews for Kingdom Come from Sweden Rock?
I was about to mention that I really like James Kotak as a person. He was very nice, and it was an article of Metal Sledge about how he's going to be the next Janie Lane if he doesn't stop.
Well, that article was pretty spot on. It's basically saying, hey, we're watching this guy deteriorate right before our eyes, and something needs to be done. And
I've seen that too. I saw Scott Weiland like a year before he died. I'm like, there's no way he's making it another year, and it was 13 months.
I think he's a Cincinnati boy.
So if you go and look at Sweden Rock and look up Kingdom Come, their performance is just downright awful. James Kotak, he looks like he's 80 years old, and he was like just slow on the drums. But anyways, but Night Ranger, Sweden Rock, they are right now. So we're recording this Tuesday night. I'll release it Wednesday. They're right now in Prague. We just got Jack's photos from him there on his social. So if you're watching this Wednesday, Kelly's will be posted on Wednesday. So either you're probably just seeing them or they're going to be posted. But so everybody's kind of taking a little break there. And
I looked up the word motorin in the Czech Republic and posted it on Kelly's wife's page. I said, if somebody comes to you and says, it was like automobilism, I said, that just means motoring. Don't worry, you're fine.
So they're playing Rock the Ring in Switzerland. I think that's going to be see here, what's the day? So Wednesday, maybe Friday night, the 17th, I think. So Rock the Ring, Switzerland, which Rock the Ring, that's been around for a good amount of decades. I think that's where, if you go on YouTube, you can see Night Ranger playing Sentimental Street, I think, live.
Where is Rock am Ring at? There's another one.
Well, maybe that's it.
I think there's two of them though, because I know that if you look at the one where they're playing on YouTube, I believe there's a Ferris wheel in the background.
I don't know. Maybe they're not the same, but if not, they both got Rock and Ring in the title, and fuck them for doing that.
I think there's a couple festivals with that name.
So, anyways, Friday night, if you just happen to be passing by Switzerland,
be there.
And everybody should always have a Swiss passport. I mean, it's one of my things I recommend to anyone turning 18 and they can be legally tried as an adult. You should always, at the age of 18, work on getting a Swiss passport. So tomorrow or today, with you listening to this, happy birthday, Brad Gillis, right? June 15th. I probably should look it up, but I'm doing it off the top of my head. Brad Gillis, birthday. I won't say how old he is, 65, but so go to his page, wish him happy birthday. I'm sure there'll be something on the Night Ranger page. If you at one of the shows here coming up, take time out from rubbing your nips for Ed and wish Brad a happy birthday. Always, is it the 15th or the 17th?
Here, you want me to look it up while you're doing that?
Well, I'll look it up because it takes you like 30 seconds.
No, I have this in my hand.
June 15th.
I don't know.
Yeah. So there we go.
Either way, happy birthday, Brad.
Bradley's 65 years young. Cleveland. Who's here's from Cleveland?
Cleveland Rock.
There we go. So listen, For those wanting to stock Rockin' Robin Lou Diddy, there you go. I've given you a head start. So a little bit on the Danny Ripepi Memorial Show that's going to be in November. Obviously, we just had the episode where we talked to Ed. I think like on that episode, the tickets were going to go on sale in July. I think that's been pushed back to September. So we'll get more confirmation on that. But everything else is the same. Show is still that November 9th date. Everything else, orchestra, everything like that's the same. Just the on sale date is going to be pushed back from July 11th to early September. For those who maybe didn't watch the Ed Ripepi, Night Ranger is going to be playing with the Contemporary Youth Orchestra in November. So it's going to be a very unique show. Night Ranger playing for the first time with the orchestra. Do you ever get bored and go over and just watch the CYO?
Me, no, but I do like
Uncultured swine.
instrumentals and things like that are like just comforting and relaxing. Sometimes nice to zone out too. So I like that too.
Well, there you go. You can.
And that's a CYA, not a CYO.
Next, what? So not this weekend. Next weekend, Night Ranger back in the good US of A, playing Toledo, Ohio, Friday, June 24th at Promenade Park. It's a Friday night concert series that they have every Friday night. I know Pat Benatar is going to be at one, and I don't know, Patti LaBelle or something like that. But they've got different musical genres every Friday night throughout the summer. Sebastian Bach is going to be on the same bill. I think he's opening. So you get a little bit of Skid Row, some Night Ranger. If you're up there and you're wanting a good local restaurant, track down Tony Paco's, track down the original one. Off the top of my head, I don't know what street it is, but pull up Tony Paco's, and when it shows you the map and you see where you probably don't want to go, like, oh, I don't know if I want to go down there, that's the one. So go there. Tony Paco's kind of made famous through Klinger and MASH, and every celebrity's been there. They've got autographed like rubber hot dog buns from everybody. They actually got a nice Kiss display with Asylum.
Do they really?
They got the Asylum record, and they got one signed by Bruce and Paul. But they got like every president. But anyways, the food's good too. So they got the Polish hot dogs. The pickles are really good. Get the pickles. German potato salad. Yeah. Here's the thing. I got the German potato salad once up there with a girl I was dating, and she really liked the German potato salad. So one time I'm up there with my buddies on our way back from a baseball trip. We stopped there and eat. I'm like, I'll get some potato salad to go. It's a 2-hour drive, but we got a cooler, right? I put it in the cooler, get home, I give it to her. She eats it. She got salmonella from it. So,
hey, there you go. That's love. You said it with love there.
Well, it's like, I just chalked it up to karma. It's not me. It's, something she was doing. So, but anyways, the food is good minus the salmonella thing, which probably, we probably had a shitty cooler or something. But what else? There was the canceled show in Colorado, June 3rd in Grand Junction. Somewhere in the Night Ranger family is tested for COVID, so they had to cancel the show. It happened the night, I think that like late that night or early that morning. And people were like, to make it up. And I mean, they're booked out till 2023. So I don't think there's anything really where they can squeeze that in. Hence why they just did the refunds. Because I think that show's already been rescheduled a couple times. And it's like, what are they going to do? Hold on to these people's money forever? So,
Right.
that's just me. I don't know any of the reasoning whys or anything, but I know their schedule's full. It's probably the reason why. Robin Ludidi, have you heard anything from Joel Hoekstra's new supergroup Iconic?
I have seen it floating around social media, but I haven't taken a deep dive into the album though.
Thank you for your input, Brent.
You know,
I already know your answer. You haven't listened to shit. Anyways,
I haven't heard it. Haven't listened to shit.
Thank you for your Night Ranger input. There are 3 songs that have been released. They are getting really good feedback. A lot of views. I think it's being released either this Friday or next, maybe. And if you go to the Frontiers website, they got colored vinyl for it, but I don't know if that's going to be available everywhere, or it's like and it's still, I don't know about Skills. Like, if you've bought Skills off of Amazon, let me know if it comes in black vinyl, because the Frontiers had that white vinyl. It's sold out. I'm thinking about just spending $25 and ordering the vinyl off Amazon and seeing, but it's just, I haven't got that desperate, I guess, yet. But there is a colored vinyl for it on the Frontiers US website. There you go.
How many white vinyl did they do? Do you know?
There is a number 400.
Really?
But it's sold out. It's sold out on their site.
I saw the announcement where they were showing where they were tops and on different charts and what have you today.
Yeah,
so it must be doing pretty well. I'm happy for them.
Well, I got that on my list here. So yes, as we've talked about in previous episodes, so I'm helping Brad with his socials. And the last time I talked to Brad before he went overseas, he was really excited about that. And so it's if you see Brad, congratulate him, because just like anything, anybody that does any job, it feels good to say, hey, you did a good job, get rewarded. And so they were excited with those numbers coming back. I mean, for an album in 2022 of that genre to break the Billboard Top 200, I mean, that's a decent little feat. Gotta
call it skillless.
Yeah, well, maybe that'll
Skillless.
be. And have you listened to that record, Rock and Robin Ludidi?
No.
All right, well, you get a chance there. You can stream stuff too, by the way, guys. And
I've heard about half of it.
It was one of those records, kind of like Revolution Saints, where I gave it Revolution Saints a couple listens and didn't really go back to it. And I thought that's kind of going to be how Skills was going to be. And I've just caught myself digging it a little bit more and more, like, doing something around the house. And I'm like, what in the hell am I singing? Oh, that's one of those Skills songs. So I definitely am enjoying it more than some of those other Frontier put together projects. Some new show announcements. August 25th, Louisville, Kentucky, where the men are men and the sheep are scared. The Louisville show is at the Kentucky State Fair. So I think it's like $10 to get in to the fair, and the concert's free.
Yep.
So it's just like 1985 all over again, Brent, with Night Ranger at the High State Fair.
It'd only be that way if they have the lamp. They have the lamp, and you have that hand coming up out of it.
Not talking about that. I'm just talking about how you got to pay
Yeah.
probably $3 back in to get into the fair, if that, and the show was
Me
free.
reliving the 80s.
You were just a gleam in your mama's eye back in.
Yeah.
So,
She was graduating high school still, the middle of the 80s.
You're a 90s, right? You were born in the 90s. There you go.
Yeah, she wasn't even a gleam yet. She was, oh, please God, no. Please God, no. That's what she was then.
August 25th, Louisville, Kentucky State Fair, and an acoustic show has been announced at Hopewell, Virginia, in the Beacon State Theater, something like that. But September 8th, Hopewell, Virginia. Have either of you guys seen an acoustic show?
Have not.
A Night Ranger acoustic show, no, but one, yeah.
All right, wait for me to ask you, Robin, so I can say Lou Diddy. That's currently my favorite word.
I Lou Diddy not.
So
I'm with
Night Ranger acoustic is different, obviously. I saw it down in Bristol. Was helping them a little bit. All those, like, what, I don't know what you want to call them, like the pattern fabric they got hanging over their microphones and their stools and stuff. That was me at Hobby Lobby at 8 a.m. sending photos to the guys, like, which ones you want, and so that's my little thing, is I was there getting all that shit. But they usually will kick out a song that we haven't heard, Forever All Over Again. I don't know if I mentioned this on air. I think
you did. I think you did.
Where am I going, Brent?
About the extra song that they had, but they didn't play it.
Yep. And
I think you did.
Well, if I didn't, here you go.
Yeah.
At sound check, they played "Reason to Be" from Man in Motion, and it did not make the set list for the night. But that was worth the trip just to hear that, and it sounded good. They were still trying to work out the middles and stuff like that, so it didn't get put in there. But God, I would hope they would.
Hey, at least you got to hear it.
I did. I mean, I left I had to go to Lima the next day.
I know you did, and that's snow.
I listened to Forever All Over Again, and then I said goodbye to Ed. Ed's like, "You're leaving?" I'm like, "Listen, I heard Forever All Over Again. Reason to Be's on the set list. I gotta be in Lima tomorrow. I got 6 hours on the road tonight. I'm taking off."
Lima, Kelly sounded amazing on fire, by the way. Like, I was just like, woo, like, so much, like, it was just like, damn.
That was
like,
the show where Kelly brought out "Why Does Love Have to Change?"
And I needed to hear that for my first time too.
And that's the show we first got to Call My Name.
I remember that.
We had a good little deep track, thing going there.
Yeah, I had a shut up, Lou Diddy. I had a reunion with my T-shirt there. I gave Robin this shirt, and I get to meet her boyfriend, and it fit him.
It was slightly big on me, but it was all right.
It
but
fit
he
him.
Didn't have one, so I'm like, "Here's your first Night Ranger shirt."
It was like a 3XL, and it came from like Korea, which meant it was a small. And woo, look good on him.
Well, is he going to be attending some of these future Night Ranger shows? Is he a fan now?
He is a fan. He loves good old American rock and roll. So that and the baseball shirt really sold him.
There
American
you go.
baseball. Yeah.
One other, since I'm just revealing all kinds of secrets tonight, one other song that they worked on at Soundcheck in Anderson, Indiana, from the new record that they have not played yet, Dance. I don't know if
Yeah,
I don't know if it will work, and because so they've played Coming for You at a few shows, and they kind of dropped that. I think they maybe played Bring It All Home to Me a couple
That's my
times.
favorite.
But I know they
Well-
played it at sound check a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Breakout. But the other, like I said, the other song from the new record that I know that they worked on was Dance. So hopefully down the road we get to hear that, because that was probably one of my favorite tracks.
I think my favorite one was that bonus track on like the
Savior?
vinyl of that.
Yes,
No,
Savior.
no, the other one. Wasn't there another one? Like, I thought there was another song.
So you have the
Was
CD.
it not free? Was it?
You're getting
Free-
confused with all the Def Leppard bonus tracks that
Yeah.
just came out.
Well, free and Wasted Time are on the EP. The
I think
7
free
inch.
is the one that I'm talking about, because I mean, recorded really. They were new songs for that, right?
No, those are all from the ATBPO session.
That's what I meant. Yes,
Yeah.
that's like my favorite song of like that. Like that Kelly song, so good too. Anyway,
There we go. Look. Can you at least hear a little bit of it?
And then now again,
yeah.
it's very loud. There you go.
Until they don't know the lyrics.
Yeah, it sounds live, I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
This is sound check.
Of free then.
This is sound check of Dance.
Damn.
So are you pissed off at somebody?
I can't tell if you guys can hear it or not.
Yeah. I asked, I said, are you pissed at somebody?
Why?
Because you're playing that.
Well, I mean, they're not going to do it. I mean,
Sounds
Yeah.
good.
I mean, I'm not putting it out there on YouTube or anything. It's just
Sure.
letting the Night Ranger fans know that they
They have the ability.
are working on it. Hopefully it gets out there. Hey, listen, it's all about me. All I want to hear is Dance Live. I don't give a shit if that's the end of everything with me or not. But go tell them you want to hear Dance Live, and hopefully they'll play it. Japan, Night Ranger in Japan, October. I think 3 or 4 shows announced. I guess
That looks very exciting.
the VIPs
Yeah.
were like the top line VIP, which was, probably, meeting them and getting a photo and an autograph. But it also included something I don't know. They used to do something where it was $300 in the States. Now, this is probably 10 years ago. Where, let's just say a regular VIP was $100. This VIP for $300, before they go on stage, they get in the huddle. You were able to get in the huddle. And I think that's kind of what this super VIP thing is, but it was $675 US. Sold out. And then there was other levels as well. So the Japanese shows in October. Hopefully, I mean, Night Ranger has a history of stuff coming from Japan. The Midnight Madness, recording the Shibuya. You got the Rock in Japan '97. You got Japan in Motion. So hopefully, maybe we get something. We get Shibuya 2022.
And what drives me crazy, and I know they have nothing to do with it, probably. It's probably Udo or Mr. Udo Entertainment, whatever they're called over there. Tour books. it seems like they always have some kind of tour book from Japan. I
just don't
mean,
know if the tour books just aren't as big here. I mean, I know Kiss is about the only band I really see that does tour books on a constant
regular.
basis, but they go, their fans. Yeah, I mean, they got newer fans, but they got fans that go back to that tour book era where they've got every tour book, since 1975, and they got to keep the tradition up. And of course they'll change 2 pages after that print runs out just so they're different, so people got to buy.
They're on version 9 right now on the end of the road, and I only have like version 3. I need to buy a newer one because it has a different cover.
I bought a version. I don't know
Yeah.
what one it is.
Well,
but,
they're $50 a piece. It just gets too much.
I mean, it was a nice tour. I think mine was 40.
So
But
50, 40, same thing at that point when you're spending $400 at a Kiss concert. 75,
$40 for a tour book was that was a little bit past my limit. I was like, all right, it's the last tour. No, this was in 2019. But all right. And the last part of the news is
hang on, about Japan. Am I right to saying they're playing the same facility for 4 or 5 nights? That's what it looked like on.
I thought they were playing. Now this is me glancing at it. I thought they were playing 2 or 3 cities, and I thought one of the cities was twice. But I don't know. I didn't
see.
Well, I can.
I thought it was the same building, and I thought, really, I must have read that wrong because I didn't think that would.
Well, I'll tell you what. Right off the top of my head, I would go with that. Thing as you read it wrong. But so let's take a gander. I don't know why Night Ranger's website is not the first thing that comes up. Pissing me off, yo.
Oh, that could make sense. That'd be a lot less tear down and stuff within the same country.
Bands would love to be able to play multiple nights in one city. Let's see here. So that's good. You go to Night Ranger's page and you got to go to page 2. Yes, that means they're updating the website. All right. Tokyo, you're right, Brent. 3 shows. So Tokyo, the Hitomi Keenan Hall, I'm sure I pronounced that correctly. October 21st, 22nd, and 23rd. And then Osaka, the 25th. And just that one show in Osaka.
Good deal, though.
Yeah, 3 nights in Tokyo. I knew I'd seen multiple nights somewhere.
So they describe. So
can I say too? I know Def Leppard did a 2-time or a 2 show in the same thing too for the Hysteria, and that was at the In the Face. So there's definitely a good chance there would be a live in Tokyo. Just if there's 3 nights there, they'll just take the best parts of all 3 nights, probably.
Ritual VIP experience. That is what it was called. 89,700. So 89,000 yen. I don't know if I need to get Google Translator, whatever that shit is. So that's 89,000 yen. Meet and greet experience, 49,000. Sound check party, 9,800. That seems like a deal. So 89,700 yen.
Oh, it's $658.
All right. Yeah. So it's the what's the word I'm looking for? Anyways, it was exchange. Was 675. Now it's
658. See, I got 658.29 is what mine popped up and said.
Yeah, well, I'm going off Google, but all right. So what was the other one? 9,000 yen. So how much is the sound check party?
9,800.
$66. They should do that in the States. $66. Yeah. These people will be just slapping money over to you left and right. and then 49,000 yen to dollars, $362 for the regular VIP, which, I mean, things are going to be a little bit more expensive. Whenever a band's got to travel halfway around the world. So, I mean, I get a little bit of a price increase, and, they'll pay it because what do? They get to see Night Ranger once every 4 or 5 years. So,
and and the promoter might take care of all that too for them. It might be something mixed in with the deal when they come over.
Well, I know Japan loves Night Ranger and they love Daken, so they'll do.
They love everybody.
They love Night Ranger.
They pay high bucks to get Daken the reunite, man.
Yeah. They love Night Ranger. They love Daken. They hate Godzilla. So, and on the last note, Kelly Kagi, his new interview with the Musician Hall of Fame, which he's an ambassador of, was just posted today. So if you want a good Kelly Kagi interview where he talks about the formation of Night Ranger and talks about the formation of Night Ranger, talks a little bit about the writing of Sister Christian, go to Kelly Kagi's, I think it's on his Facebook and his Twitter, interview with the Musicians Hall of Fame. Next up, Night Ranger collectables. Rockin' Robin Ludidi, what do you have as our special guest? I will let you go first. You got something kind of special, yo.
I do have some special things. From the podcast and you enlightened me that I bought this $4 Dawn Patrol vinyl once, and it happened to be the very first pressing print of it. And
there you go. So
I am missing Jack and Kelly on here.
Well, we'll work on that. I like the gold. You did a good job with the gold. So flip that over and tell inquiring minds how you.
Oh, I don't remember. Hold on, let me have to see. Oh wait, I know it's part of the label.
Yeah. So right where you're pointing, if the first presses do not have Bruce Cone management logo there.
And it's this too, this stamp.
Well, that definitely will tell you the promo stamp. So with all the promos don't have the Bruce Cone management. So it just makes sense that they printed them, no Bruce Cone management, and then the next time they pressed more, added Bruce Cone management to it. So that's how you know if you got a first press or second press. And you actually got one of the very first ones off the press because you got the promo.
Yeah. So it's Brad and Eric Levy has signed.
Oh, Eric Levy. I mean, you could give,
I told him he's my modern fits, and that's okay.
Eric's signature might get better. Like if he got Parkinson's, like his signature might get a tad bit better.
I think he was trying to be sneaky about it.
Well, Eric, he's always said that he wanted a quick, easy signature. And
I'm going to make him spell out his name when he autographs my record.
So
I'm going to make him do it.
It's like,
well, so that being said, I got these done at the same time. It was at the Marion Festival, the Popcorn Festival.
Yep.
And pretty much everyone there was like, this girl loves this band, blah, blah, blah. Because I kept inching. And eventually I was like right up there, like in front of Kelly. I'm like, okay, this is great. I got a drumstick too, and I never get drumsticks. I'm like, I got my drumstick and one of my favorite drummers. This is great. And I met everyone but Jack and Kelly. So I finally got them eventually, but Eric also signed it, and it was like at a point where I was seeing them recently. Like I just always listened to them. I didn't know them as like musicians as well. But I was like, wait, you're not the original guy, but you look like him. And then it was like he was messing with me if he was or not at first, because he looks similar enough to Fitz too. If he were, Eric could wear scrubs.
We've tried.
Yes, I've already said that when they do the 40th anniversary of Midnight Madness, we want Eric in the
You know, when
Well,
I
if he doesn't, I'll go to the show and scrub.
when I superimposed him on that album cover, I sent him just that picture. I said, "Here's your new profile picture. You got to do it." And he never did it.
I can see that.
He said, "Looks so good."
What else you got there, Rock and Robin Lou Diddy?
What Josh was talking about, this was from the same show, that first show. It was my first time seeing Night Ranger too, so that was partially why I was like stars in my eyes. And so I was just kind of hanging there, kind of waiting for anyone, and I didn't know who I was talking to. I was talking to Todd, who was their tour manager, and eventually he did tell me that he was the tour manager, and at one point he was like, hold on a second. So he gave me two things. He gave me this, which is like their schedule for that day.
Hey, hold that back up.
It was 2014.
Yeah, it's changed a little bit. I do like how that's set up. All right,
that's good, because I want to screw that. Well, it depends on the show and stuff.
Well, I'm just looking like the ones that like the template they use now, like they don't use like the two lines going on the top
design.
and bottom.
Okay.
Yep. So that's what I was looking at. And what else? What else did
So he handed this to me saying, I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to give this to you. So if he said he lost it, this is how. It's this poster. So it was like what they would put on their backstage door, and it's like really thick.
So
and it's double-sided.
They have those that they use for every show, where you basically are just little placards where you can tell. One will say, you know, dressing room 1, dressing room 2, Night Ranger production. That would probably be like the one that would be on the back door of the venue. Just so that would be the first door everybody would go to. What you need to do is like click a little hole in the top and, you know, put a little chain, little, you know, lanyard, and just try to get backstage with it. Just make it your backstage pass.
And just keep yelling Flavor Flav.
Well, they do the stickers.
Yeah,
so
just point to it. It's like when they say all access, you just look, well, that's everything. And you'll be back there, and
the Phantom Motion business card usually does a trick too.
That happens.
I have my one last thing. That's my prized possession here.
Ooh, the Vic Fourth.
Stars in My Eyes front row. For one of the Northfield shows that Roxino plays.
Yep.
I had a friend that worked security there, so he told me after this song, run to the front. So I was like, okay. And my mom and I got right in front of Jack. So for the rest of this show, we were just on top of the stage, kind of like you could lean on it, but I didn't. I think I got Jack's set list, and then at the end of the show, I was like at Kelly, like, holy shit, like I want that. So he like just like flopped.
I went to a few of the those Cleveland shows. They were always playing in December.
Yes. Middle December.
Yeah. And I didn't go the last couple years. I didn't even go to the Dawn of Madness one. You know, my kid was young, and I got other things I was doing. But I did go maybe the first 3 years. And probably one of my favorite shows was maybe 16 or 17. I went up with a couple of buddies of mine. We had front row seats, and right in front of Brad and Jack and Kelly, and it was definitely a good time. Has anybody been paying attention to eBay? Night Ranger fans pissing me off. So it used to be a great Night Ranger greatest hits on vinyl would be like one of the more expensive records, right? Which meant I would spend $15 on it if I wanted it. That's with shipping. Now people are buying this stuff. I want to say we are to blame a little bit. And Night Ranger greatest hits on vinyl went for $41 plus shipping. So basically $45 for Night Ranger greatest hits on vinyl. I mean, that's just crazy. Like I said, I mean, I would remember like I would see it for $15. That would be like, oh, all right, am I going to do that? Do I need that one?
Yeah, I want the piano book of Midnight Madness. That thing's hundreds now. So, cry.
Man in Motion, a standard version of just Man in Motion, nothing special about it. Ringware, it has the circle ring. I mean, it's not in the best of shape. It's just a standard US version. $26 plus shipping. So $30. Another one, it was a standard version. This one was actually a little bit better shape. And it was the German one. I mean, that to me, that wasn't that bad a deal. I already had it, but it went for 20 plus shipping. So it was a little bit less, but yeah, it's just it kind of amazes me that
Inflation.
this I don't think it's inflation. I think there's a I think it's a little bit of a demand, and it don't take much. I mean, you just get one person in every state getting back into Night Ranger vinyl, and you got 50 people bidding on these records.
It's just like when we were talking about Record Store Day, and who's going to have what, and everything was gone. I mean, Josh, you had to go to a couple places to get some stuff.
Well, the hardest one I had was Wasted Time. I found, but now you can get that one for $15, with shipping. So it's really somewhere in California is the one that's still dropping. You know what was hard to find? I never saw it in any of the stores. I was wanting to get my kid the Peppa Pig Record Store Day release. Peppa Pig, yes, had a record on pink vinyl. A Record Store Day release. I wanted to get it for my kid. They were all sold out, and that record, it's $22 retail, is still like $35-$40 on eBay. So it's just crazy what people are into and all that. But anyway, so got this not too long ago, Brent.
I see it.
Ranger, the day before.
Oh, there you go.
So this is the day before the show that I always talk about. My grandma taking me to go see Night Ranger when I just turned 8 at the Ohio State Fair. And Britt and Andy were also there. You guys went the night after as well and saw them in Cincinnati, which I have that ticket stub. There's probably no ticket stubs for Columbus because it was just you get in the admission for the fair and the show was free. But I did find the night before, so I do have the night before and the day or the Cincinnati show after, August 17th.
Better cheddar.
1985. 8
Yeah, that's
p.m.
that Saturday on it, didn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, and the show was a Sunday.
Yep.
Yep.
Grandstands, no cans, bottles, or cooler.
Was that next one the one you were saying that there's like a food fight or something?
There's a huge food fight.
Because I think that was my mom's first Night Ranger show. Was that that second night? She didn't realize there was a food fight though. She thought it was hilarious.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Well, I'm 8 years old, and I'm up in the grandstands, so I'm back, so I can look down on it, and you just see, this going above everybody. And I remember, back then, there's obviously not much to do, so it was still towards the end of summer. I just remember we would go and hang out across the street. There was a little brick wall with a street light, and all the kids at night would come out and hang out there. And it was kind of cool because I'm talking to all the high school kids about Night Ranger because they didn't believe me really at first. And I just remember one of the guys saying the guy next to him bought one of those pizzas, like they were selling like little Domino's pizzas. And he bought one just to take the slices and throw them at me.
Oh, Lord.
And isn't that to show you guys saw like the guy with the dragon head tattoo? Or
that's probably when pizza at the show was probably like $2 a slice as opposed to like $6 for a tiny.
Might have been $1 a slice. I mean, t-shirts back then. T-shirts back then were only like
20
15,
bucks.
15
Yeah.
bucks.
Well, you also
know.
only made $3.80 an hour too.
Yeah.
Yep.
So the other thing I got for reasonably cheap, I didn't think I had, and I never checked if I did. I just bought it. The Tak Matsumoto group.
Oh, you didn't have that?
I got it, but I don't think I had the promo. So
Okay, yeah, that's different.
This is just the cardboard promo for it. So Tak Matsumoto is a big guitar player over in Japan, and he basically put this group together. Jack Blades, Eric Martin, and Brian Tichy. And some songs I know Jack co-wrote. I think he maybe sings on one. This came out in 2004. So if you're really wanting to take a deep dive into the Jack Blades stuff, go track that down. There is a DVD out of that show. I don't know if any of that footage is on
Yeah, YouTube or not.
Is on YouTube or not, but we're gonna find the fuck out.
Brian Tishy's one of those people that's literally been in most bands, worked with a bunch of people like Carrie Kelly too.
I've probably seen him. I saw him with Pride and Glory, 1994. I saw him the next year with Slash the Snake Pit. In 2005, he replaced Matt Sorum on the Velvet Revolver tour because Matt Sorum got hurt. So I saw him on that tour. And actually, like a year before, I saw him drumming for Gilby Clarke in a club. So when I saw him drumming for Gilby Clarke in a club, he looked like a caveman, long hair and all this beard. I see him, the next year for Velvet Revolver, clean shaven, had his hair done. But the drum solo he did in at that club show of Gilby in Cleveland. What's the club owned by? He used to play guitar in Warrant, Billy Morris.
Yeah, Hi-Fi Foundry, but probably Hi-Fi at that point. Sorry, I've spent many a night with Billy Morris playing when he would do his 80s cover bands. I did that a lot on Friday, Saturday.
That's where we saw him. But anyways, one of the best drum solos I've ever seen. It was just in this little club.
That's funny.
Yes, you're right,
Brian. I have a Brian story too.
Well, go ahead.
About him looking different. It was actually the Kiss and Def Leppard show. Dead Daisies were opening, and he was their drummer.
Yep.
So they had a point where the entire band came out and was seeing everybody. So I actually just hung up this poster that I got where like all 6 of them signed this, and I don't know. I talked to him for about good 5-10 minutes or so. I've got a photo. Everything was cool. A few months later, I went to LA and I went to like this rehearsal that he was doing with Brent Woods because I was friends with Brent. So I was going to go and just watch this rehearsal of something they were doing for NAMM. And they did like a Led Zeppelin kind of tribute montage thingy. And Brian comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, how's it going?" and stuff. He totally had recognized me, but in that time he had like grown this beard and he had his hair down instead of like in a ponytail. So I totally did not recognize it.
There you are, brushing him off.
So funny. He had like a much more tamed beard, like I said, than a ponytail in the summer.
You need to look him up. Look him up on YouTube with Randy Rhoads tribute. He gets from behind the drums, picks up a Randy Rhoads polka dot guitar, and proceeds to play lead guitar at the Randy Rhoads tribute concert. And I couldn't believe how good the guy was. It's like the same with Charlie Benante of Anthrax. Same deal. The guy plays phenomenal guitar. But Tishy, oh my Lord. Oh my Lord.
Welcome to the Brian Tishy podcast. Podcast you didn't know you needed. And I picked this up for cheap. We got a promo version of Night Ranger Midnight Madness. And I forget why I set this off to the side. I think someone was talking about promo versions of records, which obviously if you listen to the vinyl episodes, they'll go more in depth. But the Dawn Patrol and Midnight Madness, their promos will have the gold stamps, but no hype stickers on them. 7 Wishes, half and half, will have the hype sticker on the promos. And Man in Motion, Big Life, all of them have the hype stickers on the promos. So usually when you buy a record, it's in the shrink, the hype stickers on the shrink, but the promos were never had shrink wrap. They would just slap the hype sticker straight on the record. So for the couple people asking, Dawn Patrol, Midnight Madness will not have hype stickers on promos. 7 Wishes is kind of iffy. I think that little sticker maybe didn't stick so well, because I think I got one promo where the sticker's not on there, but I could see where it was. So I still got to figure that one out. But Big Life, Man in Motion promos all have the hype stickers on there, and they all got gold stamps. Most of them are on the back on the barcode and not on the front. Also, Big Life, what you make it. So Big Life, I bought this, it was only like $5, and I was pretty sure that I'd seen it before because I wasn't too surprised by it, and sure enough, I had it. So back then you had 2 record clubs. You had BMG, RCA Record Club, and Columbia Records. So Columbia Record Club, they would always usually have the barcodes still in the back of the records, but they would also, you would be able to tell that it's Columbia Records by that small CRC. But on Big Life, somewhere in there, they used jackets that I think were originally meant for RCA, and then you hurried up and used them for CRC, because if you look, it doesn't have the barcode, but it has the blank spot where it would usually say RCA Music Club. So RCA Music Clubs don't have barcodes. They have this little white area and it just says RCA Music Club. So they're not that rare. So I just don't want you out there spending your money. But, because you will see a lot of them that have RCA here, obviously. But there was a run where it's just white and the CRC is down here. So if you want to collect everything, you need to look for that. I got an extra one here. I'll sell it to you for $100.
Now I just want to look at mine while it's here. And I was looking, I actually had a sealed 7 Wishes to see if there's a hype sticker, but there is not.
And sealed records, especially 7 Wishes and Big Life, those you will find a lot of those sealed. Either record clubs that no one ever opened because they probably got them and then they stopped listening to records right around there, or you'll find them sealed with the cuts on them, where basically they went straight to the bargain bin and were cut so they couldn't be returned for full credit. So you'll see a lot of the ones that are sealed, but if you look, you'll see usually it's down here or sometimes on the side.
Yeah,
where they just basically take a little drill or a little table saw kind of and just cut them or something.
Sometimes they have drill holes in them too, depending on who did it. I'm not saying Night Ranger. I'm talking about
never
just
really
cutouts
with, and you'll see them on cassettes. The drill holes a lot, the little BB holes.
They used to do it a lot with Laserdisc. I know that.
And this I got
mine where it's like cut on the inside.
Yeah.
It's like a rectangle. It's weird.
Those were basically so they couldn't be returned. Now, on some labels, those were your promos, but not with MCA. And then I got this because it was, again, cheap, $5-6, and it did have the one hype sticker on it, which was nice. But if you want the good version, there's this hype sticker, which is the cork coming out of the champagne glass, and then there's another one that has featuring Night Ranger on it. So
nice.
There you go. Just a few items I had sitting around the house. Burnt Tree, let's do some things in motion.
There we go. Fans of Motion News. Robin, who's Fans of Motion News sponsored by this week? Tetris. When you think your problems are stacking up, it's nothing compared to Tetris. So anyway, Tetris is our sponsor. Thank you, Robin, for that. Behind me, we have, it says Vickers Dwayne. That's Mr. Dwayne Vickers. Mr. Dwayne Vickers was making Josh a very jealous man last week with a certain poster. He has all these posters from Japan from Zero Records.
Is that where they're from?
Promo posters, yeah. Well, they
well,
all have
I know that. I know those two on the, on the one side there, but I didn't know about the Midnight Madness one on the.
No. I just pulled up the screen because of those, Zero.
So Night Ranger is got to be the poster guru because he has posters I've never seen before.
Yeah.
Now, I've never been a poster guy. I had some that, if I saw them somewhere for cheap, maybe I would buy them. I've started buying a little bit more just to, put stuff behind me and stuff like that. But some of these ones he has, I've never seen.
It's amazing.
So, the Japanese ones, yeah, I get. But like the one behind you of the Midnight Madness, this one, right? Is that the same? Yeah, this one here.
Yeah.
I'm like, I've never seen it. I've never seen it on eBay. And here's the 7 one.
It's beautiful.
It's nice, but I feel, okay with that. I'm like, it's Japan, but like this one here has got to be, at least one of these have got to be the ones that were sold in the States. Because he had, did I take pictures of them? Yeah. So he also posted a couple just recently. So this is Night Ranger 7 Wishes, which I'm not sure where Fitz's outfit comes from because it looks like Soundcheck or something. And Brad is wearing an outfit he only wore for a few shows. But here is that one I've never seen before.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other one was the Man in Motion.
Yeah.
So, I've seen the photo. I've just never seen the poster. So I think I messaged him or made a comment that, he's the go-to poster guy. Because, I've never claimed to be the poster guy, but he's definitely the one out there that has the most and the coolest that I've seen.
Yeah, Josh tried to bribe him with a signed picture of me. So to be a smart ass, I printed up a picture and I sent it to the group of the guys. And I wrote, Dwayne, Josh loves the furry porn.
Love it.
Thanks for hooking him up. My best, Brent Walter. And he got a kick out of that, He's dude, I would make a place for that on my wall. Something like that. So I thought that was kind of funny. But yeah, I knew I knew when I saw that, I thought, God, that's amazing. The guy just never shows you anything, that's not amazing looking. Okay, moving on. We have Gabriel Ocasa. There he is at the, that's his little report from the Sweden Rock Festival. He was the first one that chimed in that I saw. And I went ahead, not even, Josh, I'm not going to lie to you. I approved him as soon as it popped up, asking for approval. Because I knew people wanted to see what was coming from the festival. So that was pretty cool. It shows him going through a meet and greet line. I believe it's Jack in the picture.
Yeah, I remember he was excited someone captured that moment. And I've had that happen too. It was like, yay, someone else was like seeing, like a candy moment.
Yeah. And then here's another thing from the Sweden Rock Festival. Sorry, every time I pop this up, Darren Smith had posted some stage shot. I don't know where he got it from. Josh, do you know, is this from Night Ranger or?
You're muted, sir.
Yeah, Josh, you're muted.
Thank God. I was over here just practicing my Lou Diddy. No, it's not from Night Ranger, but I don't know if it was the Sweden Rock official, or Brian Isley took a lot of photos. I don't know, but
Okay. That was pretty cool. And here, this one I thought was very cool. The advertisement for the Meadowland show from the Seven Wishes VHS home video where it was recorded. Christy Casey Orman posted
Is this
that.
from a certain show, like a
Yeah,
venue?
when they released the Seven Wishes tour on video, that's where it was shot at that night. So
Where's
Hey,
it
what-
at? I can't tell.
that's not the Seven Wishes.
Irvine Meadows. Oh, what is this? Midnight Madness?
It's Irvine Meadows, but that was
Is this
like,
a Midnight Madness tour?
well, it's season
think
84
so.
there. Like,
Okay, I didn't even realize that. I just saw Irvine Meadows and then the date, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. And Black
Well,
and Blue open.
the date.
That's what I was
remember-
saying. Black and Blue. I feel like they were Cleveland local or something.
Yeah, that's the wrong year. No.
But yeah,
Black and Blue's out of Portland, Oregon.
Irvine Meadows was the VHS one that we were talking about. I think was like September 25th, 85.
Yeah, I didn't pay attention to the year on the corner.
Yeah, this is what I work with all the time.
Well, no, that's the vinyl that I need in my
The
life.
Westwood
the best
one,
live.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
that's the one I need in my life.
Yes.
So
They did release it on CD in Japan, but they took the audio straight from the VHS. What else you got there, Brent?
We have
Show us some big life stuff from 1982.
we have Mr. Lance Rushing posting some greatest hits. What was it? I know one was greatest hits.
The other
Press
one's
kit.
the red one on top is Midnight Madness.
Yeah, okay.
Which is the one below, if that's greatest hits, I can't remember, but I have that and it's pretty common. The Midnight Madness one, not so common. I do not think I have it. And it's not readily available. If it's on eBay, don't fucking bid on it. Let me get it. But yes, that red one is definitely the coolest of the two.
Okay, and this is my final entry of the episode, and I'm going to give Josh a on-screen warning. We got a pH alert coming up.
Oh Lord.
Got a pH alert with a little bit of Mark Green away, Mark Green away,
All right.
Mark Green away with me, man.
All right, come
Anyway.
on, man. No one wants to hear that.
Yeah. This is the Brad Gillis guitar that she made for Mark Greenaway, Carrie Ann Suffin with a PH. There he is in his hallway, taking a picture of it. She had made that from Hobby Lobby. Well, she bought I don't know, I guess it's like a little tin or metal wood
I think it's
guitar,
made out of wood.
just so you hang on your wall. I mean, you can tell it's smaller. And she went through and, she hand painted everything on the guitar. And there it is. Of course, we've spoken about it before, but he received it in the mail. And, like I said, that fans of motion, you guys are so cool. I think it's so cool to see people doing this kind of stuff for people. So there it is in its entirety altogether. So, well done, Carrie Ann, and well done, Mark, for sending her a $35 record that Josh has to buy on eBay now, and you got that.
I got it, but I sometimes I like to get more, but not for those prices. I did it. I forgot who's posted this, but someone posted about getting this CD.
Yeah, today.
That CD, that's the Live in Japan 1990 release from the Man in Motion tour. But what they did was they basically put a cardboard sleeve over that record and basically tried to resell it as this rock breakout years 1984. So you get this cardboard sleeve that when you open it, that pulls off, and all it is the Live in Japan CD. And
So is it the regular CD and the booklet and everything underneath of it?
Yep.
Or is it really? I didn't know that.
No, so all that is just, I don't know if I got one around here, but it's just the CD slipcover. And
They did the same thing at Walmart with a Motley Crue CD.
So when you take the CD out, it's just Live in Japan from I mean, you can see the disc and everything a little bit in this photo, but that's all it is. And I don't think I ever bought it. I don't think I have it. Donna Gallucci was at the Kings of Chaos show in Indianapolis a couple weeks ago. This photo,
You know, I did that and I didn't put it on here. I even made a screen for it.
Well, you know, I realized I'm working with Brent and I need to back him up.
Well,
And there's Donna. She circled herself there. So Donna Gallucci there with old Jack Blades. And long time fans of Motioner James Brown. Hit me.
go back on and kiss myself.
And had this put this, I think, like a little like frame together with different patches of groups he liked. So
I didn't post his because there's no kiss patch in there.
well, but there is a Monkeys.
That's not the reason why I didn't do it, but I noticed there was no kiss patch.
Night Ranger, Huey Lewis and the News, some ABBA, Starship. So all those bands that we all tend to enjoy. And I had others, but you showed them. A lot of them were the Dwayne's posters. Here's old Jack in Prague.
Yep.
Yeah, so there you go. This is a good picture that I don't know who took it. I probably have it written down somewhere, but it's Jack Sweden Rock, I think, on the big screen.
That's cool. I hadn't seen that.
So I planned on using that somewhere. But and if we ever have Jack on, I need to have him. I've heard him tell the story when he saw the Rolling Stones in 1972 with Stevie Wonder opening. But anyways, fans in motion news. We got summer's kicking off. We got a lot of, obviously all of us are Ohio based, Andy's in Tennessee. So a lot of shows coming up. I'll be at Toledo. I know me, Brent, and Andy will all be at Wilmington.
Mm-hmm.
There is Marysville and Fort Wayne. I'll probably be at, and a couple Kentucky shows, and there's some other. If you go back and listen to the Ed Ripepi show, there's still another Ohio show that's not been announced yet. So yeah, if you're out there, let's make arrangements to do some fans in motion group photos. And if I'm not at the show, someone take a lead and
someone always take the lead, even if he is at the show.
Yeah, usually I'm,
Yeah. So always.
I'm preoccupied.
And that includes over me. If I'm there, somebody do it, because generally I don't have a cell phone. Well,
yeah, just listen. You don't want Brent planning jack shit. All right. So with that, there's your Night Ranger news notes and minutia featuring Brent Walter and Robin Ludite. All right. If you're out there listening, obviously go to Facebook, type in Fans in Motion Night Ranger, join the Night Ranger, or join the Facebook page for Fans in Motion. We're also on Instagram and the Twitter machine. What else? You can go to our website, and we're on all the podcatchers, Spotify, Pandora, all that good stuff. Audio Mac is one I like. I don't know how popular it is out there, but Audio Mac and iHeartRadio, all that good stuff. So Robin, take us out.
Well, thanks for having me on again, Josh. It's always great hanging out with you guys. It was great hanging out with Andy too at the shows as well. I last saw you guys out in Lima.
God, when was that? January or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was, again, though, thank you for having me on and having me show you my favorite Night Ranger collections that I've accumulated, and you know.
Well, thank you for showing us your video game, the Ludidity video game archive.
Oh.
You know, and it's nice having you on. It's like Beauty and the Beast, you know. And if anyone ever calls you Beast, I'll rip their lungs out. What
And I
movie's
mean, I've
that?
loved Night Ranger my whole life. It's one of my mom's favorite bands, but I just love them on my own. She never forced them on me, you know. So
What? You know, not holding you down. And
exactly.
can't have your meat until you listen to your Night Ranger. So
Exactly.
And have any pudding if you haven't, whatever. I don't know. I'm not a Pink Floyd guy.
here, we'll test your 80s.
Can't have any pudding.
We'll test your 80s IQ. Beauty and the Beast, but if anybody ever calls you Beast, I'll rip their lungs out. What movie?
Rip their lungs out?
Yeah.
I don't know. That just really reminds me of Silence of the Lambs, which I know
wrong. It's
nice.
Batman. Michael Keaton.
Gotcha.
He's with Kim when Joker's with Kim Basinger or Jack Nicholson. All right, there you go. We fucked up this ending. Later.